Estadio Monumental is a football stadium in the district of 8 in Lima, Peru, home ground of the football Club Universitario de Deportes, which opened in 2000 to replace the Estadio Teodoro Lolo Fernandez. Designed by Progreso International and Gremco S.A., Uruguayan architect Walter Lavalleja Sarriés led the construction of the stadium. It is Peru's largest stadium and also the largest in South America. It has a spectator capacity of 80,093, 59,177 seated in the four stands and 20,916 in luxury box suites known as palcos. The stadium was built in accordance with FIFA's Manual of Technical Specifications for World Cup finals. The stadium has hosted some of the Peru national football team's international matches, including FIFA World Cup qualifiers. It also hosted the final stages of the 2008 Copa Peru. However, the Monumental was absent from the organization of the 2004 Copa America because of conflicts between the club and the organizers. In addition, between its opening in 2000 until 2007, only one edition of the Peruvian Clásico was played due to security concerns. However, in late 2008, the derby returned to the stadium building, located on Avenida Prolongation Javier Prado West. The 80,093 spectator stadium and the surrounding sport complex cover an area of 186,542 square meters. There are 3 fields: the stadium field and 2 training grounds. The stadium is divided into 2 main sections: the lower section of stands for the general public and the upper section of 6 floors of luxury boxes. The lower section of the stadium consists of 4 stands, known as Norte, Sur, Oriente, and Occidente, each having its own entrance. The east and west stands are all-seaters, while the north and south stands have standing terraces. Behind the western and eastern stands, there is a handicapped zone. In the center of the western stand, the palco official is situated for about 600 spectators, which has a private entrance and commodities such as bathrooms and a cafeteria. Together, these 4 stands can receive 59,177 spectators. The upper section consists of the luxury box suites, which are 1,250 in total for 20,916 spectators. The suite owners have a private parking lot. The main field is 18 meters below ground level, and from the outside the stadium, only the luxury suites are visible. The field is 105 by 70 meters in size. Modern flood lighting was installed, with a total of 160 Ultrasport General Electric spotlights of 2,000 watts with 4 levels of illumination above the northern stand, and LED display electronic scoreboard stands which measures 8 by 10 meters. Above the southern stand, a Philips screen is situated that measures 10 by 6 meters. Above the western stand, a surveillance room with 8 security cameras monitoring the interiors and exteriors of the stadium. The field is watered by sprinkler irrigation. The stadium has 4 changing rooms which are below the western stand. 2 of them are the main changing rooms for the main game the stadium hosts, while the other 2 are for teams participating in a preliminary match. The changing rooms include showers, bathrooms, dressing rooms, and massage rooms. The main changing rooms have an office from the manager of the team. There is also an anti-doping room, a referee's changing room, and a chapel. Below the southern stand is a changing room for musical concert personnel. In the western stand Occidente, the first floor of the upper section was exclusively made for the media and press. There are 168 positions for newspaper journalists in addition to 32 cabins for radio broadcasts, as well as 5 specially made positions for television broadcasts. 2 photography laboratories are available. Several rooms are also available for the press conferences, telecommunications, and accreditation. Tenants. Universitario de Deportes is the Monumental's principal tenant as well as the owner of the entire sports complex. The football club plays its home games for domestic and international matches since its opening in 2000. The inaugural match was played on the 2nd of July, 2000 against Sporting Cristal for the local Primera Division with a record assistance of 54,708 spectators. The new stadium replaced the club's Estadio Teodoro Lolo Fernandez, which now serves as the club's social headquarters in addition to a training ground. Since its opening, the most important derby of Peru has been repeatedly prohibited from being played because of security issues. On the 26th of June 2002, the derby was allowed to be played for the first time at the Monumental between Universitario and Alianza Lima for the Torneo Apertura Trophy. This first leg match was a 1-0 victory for Universitario. However, the aftermath of the match inside and outside of stadium was disastrous, leading to further prohibition of the match from the Monumental. After the derby's 6-year absence from the Monumental, on the 14th of September 2008, the Estadio Monumental hosted a second derby after the club fought bitterly, seeking the authorities' approval to be able to host the game. This time the derby was successfully hosted without security issues, and subsequently the stadium was not rejected for further derby matches in the following seasons. The Peru national football team has been a minor tenant at the Monumental. Although the Estadio Nacional is the national team's home venue, on more than one occasion has Peru played at the Monumental. The first match Peru played at the Monumental was on the 2nd of June 2001 against Ecuador for the 2002 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The match was an unfortunate 2-1 loss for the home side. A second qualifier was played later that year against Bolivia, which was also the last fixture of the 2002 qualifiers, which ended in a 1-1 draw. The Monumental hosted a third match for the national team in 2003. However, this was only a friendly against Paraguay. The match was Peru's second loss at this stadium. Peru's fourth match at the Monumental was a new qualifying match in 2003 for the 2006 FIFA World Cup against Brazil. The match was 1-1 draw and there was a record assistance of 59,566 spectators. Due to the installation of artificial turf at the Estadio Nacional, the Estadio Monumental hosted 8 of Peru's 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Of these 8 matches, 2 wins were achieved against Venezuela and Uruguay, both 1-0 victories. The stadium hosted the finalissima of the 2008 Copa Peru. This was the final stage of Peru's promotion tournament, in which 4 teams played in 6 matches in order to gain promotion to the first division. The champion Sport Huancayo and runner-up Colegio Nacional Iquitos were promoted the first division, while third place Atletico Torino and fourth place Progreso FBC were promoted to the Segunda Division. The Monumental had a chance to be a venue for the 2004 Copa America. However, conflict ignited between the club and the tournament organizers, which led to the absence of this stadium from the event. Peru national football team records. Music. Estadio Monumental has been the venue to scarce music events since its opening date. Sui Generis Reunion Tour 2001, Alejandro Sanz No Es Lo Mismo Tour 2004, Roger Waters The Dark Side of the Moon Live 2007, Kylie Minogue Kylie X 2008, The Killers Day and Amp Age Tour 2009, Beyoncé I Am World Tour 2010. Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy Tour 2010. The Black Eyed Peas, The END World Tour 2010. Paul McCartney, Up and Coming Tour 2011. Britney Spears, The Femme Fatale Tour 2011. Maroon 5 Overexposed Tour 2012. The Rolling Stones, America Latina Ole Tour 2016. Other notable events took place in an open area south of the stadium premises, commonly known as Explanada del Estadio Monumental, and often mistakenly regarded as part of the complex, not to be confused with the south parking lot actually belonging to the stadium that also serves as a music venue for shows holding less than 40,000 people. Depeche Mode performed at the open area on October 13, 2009 during the Tour of the Universe, in front of a crowd of 30,000 people.